Guys, I'm on day 40. I have done 40 of these. For 40 days, I did what I said I was gonna do. And I will continue to do it. And that means in 10 more days, it's time to switch you guys over to YouTube. But that's a different story. Hello, I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I'm not sorry, I'm fucking excited. Anyway, so today's tips, I didn't really prepare any. I was at work all day and it was hectic, but I thought, I'm a hairdresser, I have hair tips, so I'm gonna give you guys some hair tips. My first hair tip is, a lot of people complain about frizz or whatnot with their hair, and like, I guess I don't care about frizz as much. Like, I just let my hair do what it wants, pretty much. But that's not true. I blow dry it and flat iron, and I'm like the furthest thing from letting it do what it wants. But if you don't like frizz, you can use, they say a silk scarf, but really any silk material. I am having trouble talking, like, my tongue's swelling. What the hell is up with that? Whatever, I'm gonna persevere and push on. But you can use a silk scarf, and you can, towel dry your hair with that. Or something else you can do is you can wrap that around your hair, and you can't tell, but you can also use a silk pillowcase, and that'll also help, like when you're tossing and turning and sweating at night. It'll cut down on all that. So silk is the key if you don't like frizz. It's silk. I'm such a mugger. I love making faces. They're my favorite thing to do. Or like, I could just watch myself, like, but that's off topic. That's narcissistic of me. Another hair tip is, God, I feel like I have a bunch and I'm just like so useless at this. That's horrible. It's a horrible thing to say, but I don't know, whatever. I talked about towel blotting it before you condition. Hold on, guys. I'm going to think of some and then I'm going to come back. I don't know if this counts as a tip, but it is something I do, and I do it a lot. If you can see my hair, I love to just have different colors in it, and sometimes those colors like get stained or whatever, like, they wash out, but you have that residue after. You can do this, and some people call it a shampoo cap. I just call it magic. What I do is, first off, before you try this, you can just try washing with dish soap, because that will strip your hair of everything. It is the worst thing you can wash your hair with, but if you're trying to get a color out, like if you are done with it or you don't like it or, messed up or whatever, dish soap. But now, going beyond that, okay, I don't know where I left off, and I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but next tip, next thing to do is rosemary is really, 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 really good for your hair. And I can't do this one because I really like my light hair, so it would kind of tint it or whatever, so I just don't do it. But I've used it on people and I love it, like for them or for clients or whatever. And I take rosemary, fresh preferably, boil it in the water. Then I kind of put that water, I don't know where I was looking, I was pretending I was in my shower. But you put that water in the shower or whatever, and like don't leave it in there because then it'll ferment and it won't be good, like refrigerate it if you don't use it all. But rinse with the rosemary water. Your hair is going to feel amazing, it's going to be shiny, and if you like the smell of rosemary, it's going to smell nice too. But like I said, if you have blonde hair, like really, really light or porous hair, I wouldn't do it. Natural blonde, you could probably, but like mine is just whatever I put on there, it's gonna absorb, so I'm not gonna do this. But like I said, that's a good one, and I've used it and I like it. Another tip, if you use dry shampoo or whatever, and you really want to like get it around your edges and your neckline and all that, but like you don't want to spray or whatever, A really good thing that you can use is a color brush. And I don't know if, like, you know, not everyone has a color brush available to them, but you can go into Sally's. They're like $2, or you could just, like, ask your hairdresser and she'll probably get, you know, just give it to you. It's fine. So use a color brush. Those are really good for getting, like, really close, but not, you know, it's really good. Okay, one last tip, because I can't give them all away if I plan on doing this for the rest of my life, which I do. I am so weird today. I don't know. I'm like in this weird place. Like, I'm like, whatever. Last tip, for real, is, you know, sometimes you need dry shampoo, and sometimes you don't have dry shampoo. And that's a tragedy in and of itself. But never fear. If you have baby powder, then you're in luck. I never directly put the baby powder right into my hairline. I usually take like a fluffy foundation brush and do it that way. And I wouldn't use the hairbrush for that because you want it to like be fluffy. You don't want to, you don't want it to clump. I burped and I didn't think that would be ladylike, so I cut it out. I cut it the fuck out. Anyway, I am like really mugging today. So to go along with the baby powder tip, I would not use the color brush because that will pack it in and it'll like clump with the oils in your hair, and you don't want that. Where the foundation brush is fluffy and, you know, you can like get in there. So, whoopee for that. But, like, I have dark hair, and that is not good to put baby powder on it because baby powder is white. So even if I fluff it up, it still like looks gray, or I look dusty, like I was rolling around in a dust pit. I don't know what a dust pit is, but I rolled around in one. So what I like to do is actually take a little bit of eyeshadow and do it, or put a little bit of black eyeshadow, or, you know, whatever color matches your hair best. And I just find that little bit of pigment in there helps, and it makes it, you know, it gives it dimension. So these are my tips. These are my super hair tips. I don't know why everything's super, but it just sounds better that way. I hope they help, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.